Eurostar was torn apart by Boris Johnson before the UK was tipped to make a change of heart in helping to bail out the struggling rail operator. The cross-channel train operator has taken a massive hit due to the pandemic. It carried 11 million passengers in 2019 and is now facing a 95% fall in demand, now offering just one train a day between London and Paris and Amsterdam and Brussels. Having already secured a deal with lenders to refinance hundreds of millions of pounds of debts, the UK is now believed to be in the running to offer Eurostar a state-backed bailout. Prime Minister Boris Johnson's government initially appeared to reject requests to provide financial aid, urging it to instead ask the French government. Yet Railways Minister Chris Heaton-Harris has acknowledged that Eurostar helped to boost the UK's economy to a significant degree. In a letter responding to Slough MP Tanmanjit Desi, Mr. Heaton-Harris wrote, "The government continues to hold regular discussions on Eurostar's financial position with the French government, both at ministerial and official levels. Both governments recognize that Eurostar's services bring significant economic benefits for both the UK and France, and we will continue to work with the company as we work towards the recovery of international travel when it is safe to do so." If the UK did bail Eurostar out, it would mark a considerable shift in opinion by Mr. Johnson, who has historically criticized the service provider. When he was London mayor, he added his voice to the chorus of critics of Eurostar after it announced its plans to force cyclists to dismantle and box up their bikes for cross-channel trains. At the time, cyclists were charged £30 to take a complete bike on Eurostar via a registered luggage system. The plan was to get them to take apart their bikes and box them up using the same service at the same price. More than 7,300 people wrote to Nicholas Petrovich, the former chief executive of Eurostar, expressing their dismay at the policy. Mr. Johnson was among them, and said, "I am writing to Eurostar asking them not to end their simple, effective bike carriage service used by thousands a year. It is a backward step which undermines Eurostar's green pretensions." His and the thousands of others were listened to when Eurostar announced it was scrapping the plan later that year. A spokesperson for Eurostar said, "We are very constrained on space on our trains as passengers are increasingly bringing more and more registered luggage. When we changed our policy and asked passengers to put their bikes in a bag or box, we wanted to make it simple for customers to protect the bikes and ultimately to be able to carry more bikes. We understand, however, that this has concerned some passengers, and we always listen carefully to feedback. After careful thought and planning, we have taken the decision to continue to allow fully mounted bikes on board, but of course this can only be a small number because of the space constraints." Meanwhile, earlier this year, Transport Secretary Grant Shapps said Eurostar wasn't the UK's company to bail out.